Good day to you, ma'am. Is there something I can do for you?
I just thought we could talk for a bit. You can make a little time for civilians now and then, am I right?
Why, certainly. What did you want to talk about?
I kind of want to, like, seduce him. So, how hard is it? Like his dick? Or being a police officer? Oh, whatever comes up. I just thought an officer of the law hard at work could appreciate a little conversation now and then. It must get lonesome here all by yourself.
Oh, okay. Well, I suppose that holds true for some of the other guys, but I'm not really like everybody else. The job comes first for me. However, if I should happen to have a stimulating conversation with an attractive passerby, I wouldn't be one to complain.
Yes, let's get laid by the police officer!
So, what's your name?
Oh boy. My name is Nostalgia Princess, and you may have heard my name once or twice in your investigation. I made a lot of friends around here. That includes Daniel. He and I did a lot together. Most of my friends just call me Nostalgia. My name's Nostalgia. I'm surprised you haven't heard of me. I was in Daniel Fox's fashion show just a little while ago. Friends.
And you were good friends with Daniel?
We were definitely friends, and although I have a lot of people I hang out with, I will miss him. This is not something that, like, you wink about. You could say that. Daniel was the kind of guy a girl could get close to, but only so close, if you know what I mean.
It must be difficult having something like that happen in your own neighborhood, huh?
I can't even begin to tell you how upset it has everyone here, but it has me especially distraught since I knew him so well. Yeah, and on top of that, whenever I think about him, I have to wonder just what happened that night. I only saw him in his last moments. It would certainly help if I had some way of knowing what happened to him, for peace of mind if anything else. Or nothing else.
You seem like a nice enough person. I can tell you a little bit about the case.
I won't tell a soul, I promise. Oh, would you? That would be wonderful.
On the night in question, there were 2 suspicious persons milling about the neighborhood. There were also 2 sets of unidentified prints discovered at the Fox house. Coincidentally, there are 2 convicted felons living on Wisteria Lane right now that I suspect we'll be investigating pretty soon. Michael Solis and Carlos Delfino. Also, Daniel was slain at 11 p.m. on the night in question. So if you ask me, this is what I think happened.
This is still so funny to watch, I'm sorry. It's hilarious. Oh boy.
But I told you that in confidence. I plan on bringing that up with the chief once I collect more evidence.
That was very informative. I guess I owe you one now, huh? Oh, of course, I understand. I'll keep quiet about that. Believe me when I say I can keep a secret. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, just keep that between us.
I really appreciate all you're doing for me. I have to do something for you, but not now. Maybe later. Bye. Thanks again for the info. My husband and I were both upset over Daniel's death. Alright, thanks. Maybe we'll talk again. Sometime.
Okay. Well, I'll be right here. Bye.
Can I seduce him? Please tell me I can seduce him.
Hello again, Mrs. Hi.
Hey, what's the latest? Hello yourself. I want to seduce him.
I'm sorry, but I can't really talk to you. I have to man my post. I'm on official police business.
You've been at it a while. Don't you need a break?
It's all part of the job. You take care to have a good rest of your day.
Thanks. Okay. Bye. But I want him to fuck me. Like, let's go fuck, what's his face instead? The plumber. Yeah, let's go seduce Carl, since that's one of, like, the mini challenges. It's a challenge. It's a challenge to go fuck Carl. Having sex with Carl isn't that difficult.
Hello. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Oh, Carl, you don't owe me any pleasure. Not yet, at least. I don't know. I just thought I'd stop by and see how things were going with you. A little whiles back, I had a chat with Edie. Is everything all right between the 2 of you? Nah.
I don't think I quite follow you. You want to run that by me again?
You can't tell me you don't get lonely here while Edie's out all day buying and selling homes. Come on, Carl. It's pretty obvious Edie isn't doing enough for you at home. Let's cut the crap, Carl. I've seen you look at me, and don't think I haven't noticed you're the hottest guy on the street, either. So I have a lot of time on my hands. And just so you know, I'm a hands-on kind of girl. But just between you and me, I'd rather get my hands on something else, if you know what I mean.
Wow, that was blunt.
And since my husband isn't home too often...
You guess you'll have to do what?
Oh. Whoops. Hey, Edie, how's the real estate market treating you? I keep reading these articles about how it's about to tank. Must be hard for you to cope. Edie, hi, you're home. Hi, Edie, I was just keeping Carl company. Poor guy seems so lonely that I felt bad for leaving him alone in this house.
Yeah, hi. Were you hitting on my boyfriend?
No one's hitting on anyone here. Excuse me? I just stopped by to talk. Carl's a just fascinating man.
Don't mind her. She's just pulling your leg. Aren't you, Edie?
Of course I'm joking. This is almost funny. The two of you should know better than to try to hook up behind my back. Not without asking me first, at least.
I knew you were joking all along. I mean, really, what reason would you have to suspect me? Well, if all I needed to do was ask. Right, that's a little bit more than I need to know.
I thought I'd knock off early and come home for a pick-me-up. Now that we've dispensed with the pleasantries, I really need to talk to Carl for a moment.
Oh, that shouldn't be too hard. He's standing right behind me, or standing right there. Oh, I hope it's not for too long. Carl and I were in kind of the middle of something. Oh, don't mind me. I'll just wait till you're finished.
You can wait here if you want to. But we're going to be about an hour or so.
We are?
Yes, we are. Give or take about a half hour. Depending on whether you want side dishes or just the main course.
I'll take the works. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks. I'll see you out.
I'm perfectly capable of finding the door on my own, Edie. But wait, don't you have somewhere else you need to be? Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bitch.
This is Edie Britt. Britt Realty. Can I help you?
But not in the bedroom for what I hear? What?
Who is this? Stop calling me! This is Edie Britt. Britt Realty. Can I help you?
Hello, Miss Britt. My name is Bernadette Everett Young Husband, and I'm interested in purchasing the property located at 7520 Easy Street.
Well, I do cover that area, but it's all the way across town from where I am right now. I won't have an opening until 2 weeks from today. Can I pencil you in for then? Around noonish?
That's unfortunate. I was actually looking to move in this week, if possible. The sooner the better, to tell you the truth.
No, I'll meet you there in 30 minutes.
Splendid. And oh, do wait for me, won't you? I'll do my best to be there on time, but the traffic is brutal today.
Sure I do. See you in a bit. Bye.
Goodbye, Miss Britt. Mrs. Britt. Alright, bitch, get the fuck out of the house. Can I knock? Where is she? Am I gonna fuck things up by knocking too early? Uh-oh.
So, did you want something?
So are you and Carl still, Hey, Edie, I just want to talk to you for a bit. Are you busy? You know what? You look busy. I'll just come back later.
Bye-bye.
She's not about to kick me out for the second time, is she? Okay, good. Knock!
Hey, you're back.
You're talking too much, Carl. I could think of better uses for your tongue. Sure I am. Oh wait, sure am, and I see you got rid of Edie. Yeah, not a moment too soon. Now that Edie's gone, we can pick up where we left off.
I know I didn't get rid of her. Did you have something to do with that?
Come on, Carl. What do you take me for, a conniving sex pot? You're already living with one. Think of me as a nice distraction. I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. Goodbye. Dude, could you imagine? That'd be such a bitch move. I'd be a total cock block and then I wouldn't even fuck him, dude. Me? I can't imagine what could ever give you that idea, but now that Edie's gone. Nope, but let's just take advantage of a good thing, shall we?
Huh. I think I follow. How is that for you, baby?
What's up, Sammy? What the hell, Carl? Dude, what is with all the guys fucking me and then leaving me? Yeah, I got a comment. I'll just say this. Edie doesn't know what she's missing.
She doesn't, but you do.
Well, that just means more for me. Let's give that another go later on. We should really do this again sometime. Maybe we could find some out-of-town real estate convention for Edie.
Sounds good to me. Why don't you research that, and we'll make a plan.
Will do. Trust me, you've been elevated to speed dial on my phone. Thanks. Ugh, what an asshole. Let's call Frank. 'Cause why not?
Hello?
So I was able to get some information from the cop stationed outside of your house.
And what did he tell you?
Apparently anyone with a criminal record is a prime suspect. That puts Mike and Carlos at the top of the list of suspects.
Great. Now it's up to you to find out who actually killed Daniel while the police go off on their wild goose chase.
Yeah, I better put on my Nancy Drew hat. Okay, I guess I'm talking to Mike first.
Hey there. What's going on?
I'll cut to the chase with you, Mike. I need some answers.
So you're a woman on a mission, huh? I like that. Well, I'm not in much of a talking mood right now. I figured you had something quick you wanted to bring up.
Oh, Mike, you don't even need to go into it. I've been in your shoes.
So you know where I'm coming from. Good. I can't tell you how many times that jerk's told me he was going to do something and then completely flaked on me.
Jerk? You mean Daniel?
Exactly. Like just the other day, Mr. Famous Fashion Designer asked me to stop by and look at a leaky faucet at his place. I had some things planned that day, but I decided to be a good neighbor and make time for him. Granted, it wasn't until later in the day that I came by, but still, I was doing him a favor. It's only common courtesy that he's around when I stop by. When I called ahead to check and see if he'd let me in, he's not home. Then Susan called me up and invited me over for an early supper. Since I figured Daniel would call at any minute and rescue me from Susan's chattering, I agreed to have dinner with Julie and Susan. Dinner became dessert, became coffee. No call from Daniel. By the time I was able to escape, it was pretty late. I figured Daniel would call to apologize the next day.
Mike, about when did that happen?
We spoke in the morning, but I didn't get a hold of him for the rest of the day. But nothing since. Not on my cell phone, and nothing since I'm back in town. It's like he just dropped off the face of the earth, which is a bit of a relief, because he's such a pain in the butt. But I know he's gonna call. He always does. Probably just when I'm about to fall asleep tonight.
Yeah, there's a really good reason for that.
Wait, what are you getting at?
A few nights ago, Daniel was brutally killed.
That's not the kind of thing you joke about.
It's the truth, and I'm trying to help find the killers because I don't think the police have any idea what they're dealing with.
Wow. I don't even know what to say. I already told you everything I know. I was with Susan and Julie that night. Sort of a dinner and kidnapping combined, since Susan didn't seem to want to let me leave. Anyway, I left around 11. As soon as I walked in the door, Susan called me and then proceeded to talk my ear off for an hour or so. You know how she can get.
Yes, she has some issues. Oh, thanks, Mike. I'll talk to Susan next. Maybe she'll have some new information.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Oh, hey. If you're looking for my mom, she's in the kitchen.
Great. Thanks, sweetie.
You know, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. How are you dealing with everything that's been going on?
Oh, God. I hate that. I hate that she goes into the counter. Me, I'm holding up all right. I'm just looking for some closure regarding Daniel's murder investigation.
Don't you think that kind of job is best left to the police?
Technically, yes, but I have a feeling they don't have a clue as to what really happened that night. That's where I come in.
Uh-huh. And I suppose you have a plan to get to the bottom of things.
Not exactly, but I know right now that Mike is a suspect, and I figured you'd want to help clear his name.
Mike? You don't really think they believe Mike did it, do you?
Who knows? For our own peace of mind, we should find out what happened. I'm starting with you guys.
Right. Actually, there were 3 of us here. Me, Mike, and Julie.
Hey, what's going on, Mom?
We were just talking about Daniel Fox.
Oh, man. I still can't believe that happened right down the street. How's Mr. Fox holding up? I haven't seen him since before the incident.
Edie mentioned that the police took him in. Not as a suspect, but to protect him. But that's not the weird part, Julie. Mike is considered a suspect.
Mike? But he was here that night. I remember because you did everything in your power to stop the poor guy from going home.
Julie, you're being silly. It's just that it was late, and I was worried about him walking home alone at that hour.
Mom, he lives across the street. The poor man drank 4 nightcaps trying to be polite. Then as soon as you saw him walk into his house, you called him on the phone.
As it turns out, this is a dangerous neighborhood. I wanted to make sure that he got home safely.
Is that why you talked to him for almost an hour on the phone?
Oh, give me a break, Julie. Who's been on the phone every night this week gossiping about people at school?
Is it my fault that Danielle Vandekamp gives it up to any boy who asks? I'm just doing the right thing and spreading the word.
By now, I'm sure you're not the only one that knows that.
I'm sure lots of people know by now.
Well, let's move on now. We're getting a bit off the topic at hand. Back to Mike.
What else is new?
Look, we can't let the police think he had anything to do with Daniel's death. It's just ridiculous.
You just told me Mike was on this end of Wisteria night. Whoa. You just told me Mike was on this end of Wisteria the night the murder took place.
I guess you're right. Well, problem solved then.
Now that we've straightened that out, I've got to be going.
All right. See you around.
Can I tell the cop? Like, I think he, would want to know.
Hello again, Mrs. Hi.
Hello yourself.
I'm sorry, but I can't really talk to you. I have to man my post.
I love how you can only see, like, the lower half of his face. He's like a guy on Omegle.
I'm on official police business.
Like, refuses to let anyone, like, see his eyes. It doesn't make any sense to me. I wonder why guys do that. Sounds like a fun...
It's all part of the job. You take care to have a good rest of your day.
Okay. Yeah, homie's like Omegle. Alright, let's call Frank. Tell him the news.
Hello?
I just spoke with Susan about Mike Delfino. His alibi checks out. Everything Mike said was true. That just leaves a second suspect, Carlos Solis.
Carlos, huh? He went to prison for embezzling. Maybe he picked up some new tricks while in prison. Why don't you check up on him, too?
Of course, I was just giving you an update. Alrighty, I guess we're gonna go see him now.